comment on this very important motion, a motion to basically process the cash disbursement schedule for equitable share for the year 2025-2026. Mr. Speaker, I want to join my colleague Cheragei, who said that, and Honorable Sifuna, who said that I do not understand why every year we sit in here debating how cash should be disbursed to our counties when there is clarity in law. Madam Speaker, Article 219 of the Constitution is very clear that the money should be disbursed to counties without undue delay or reduction. Madam Speaker, the law is very clear, and the framers of the Constitution knew that there was going to be a challenge in revenue collection, so there will be a delay. But they insisted, they qualified that and said undue delay, meaning unreasonable delay, Madam Speaker. But what are we seeing, Madam Speaker? We are seeing a situation where counties run even 4-5 months without money from the National Treasury. And the PFM, Madam Speaker, is also very clear. It has actually improved on what the Constitution says by saying that money should be disbursed to the counties on the 15th day of the month. Madam Speaker, as a Senate, we come here every year, we perform this ritual. When it comes to equitable share, we perform this ritual called disbursement schedule. When it comes to additional allocation, even money coming from donors, we come here past the schedule. But the national government never follows this disbursement schedule. So what are we doing, Madam Speaker? We are wasting our time. We are wasting our energy in doing this ritual every year. I think by now we ought to come up with a solution to this problem. Because I can tell you, my few years in this Senate, I have realized that actually the problem of devolution starts here. The problem of devolution starts with delayed disbursement of funds to our counties. Because the delayed disbursement, Madam Speaker, is what breeds corruption in our counties. Especially if Treasury now releases, like last financial year, they released money to the counties a day before the end of the financial year. So you find that in counties, people are seated there, their work is just to see who to pay, how to maneuver the payment system, and get some people paid, and how even to do corruption, Madam Speaker. So the problems of devolution starts with this problem of delayed disbursement of funds. Madam Speaker, even issues like absorption in county projects, the problem starts here, Madam Speaker. The issues of planning of projects in counties, the problem starts here. Madam Speaker, even issues of performance in the counties starts here. Because how do you expect to have a performing workforce in counties when people are not being paid in time, Madam Speaker? Even the morale of the staff goes down. That's why you go to counties and you find that staff are not even working. They don't go to work. And when there is no money in the county, even the governors don't sit in their offices, Madam Speaker. Because contractors are on their neck, employees have not been paid, so they leave the office. Senior officials of the counties don't even sit in offices, Madam Speaker. And that overall affects the performance in the counties. So the problems of devolution, Madam Speaker, if you ask me, and Madam Speaker, you are a Vice Chair of Committee of Devolution. Madam Speaker, I would like you to listen to me and my good friend Senator Sigei is interrupting you. I am saying, Madam Speaker, you are the Vice Chair of Devolution Committee. If there is one single thing that your committee, working closely with the Finance Committee, is going to do in this House, is to look at this problem of late disbursement of funds to the counties. We must get a solution to that, because that is the source of problems in devolution in this country. I am saying that with authority because, Madam Speaker, 2 weeks ago, I led a delegation of my committee and some county officials to go and study the devolution system in Morocco. I was surprised. I was surprised that their process of disbursement to counties or regions is flawless. There is no problem of delayed disbursement to the counties, and therefore they are able to do their work in time. And when it comes to auditing, they have a different auditing method, Madam Speaker. Their auditing method is a judicial method based on the French model, where counties or regions appear before a magistrate setup, and they are able to defend their reports, and the judgment is issued there and there, so that if you have stolen, you are taken to jail from there, or penalties are issued there. So we need to look at ways of strengthening devolution. And our role under Article 96 of the Constitution is to protect devolution. I want to say that if indeed this House exists to protect devolution, I think we must deal with this problem of late disbursement of funds. Suggestions have been made in the past, Madam Speaker. I remember in the past there was a suggestion by COG that to solve this problem, why can't we have a contingency fund in central bank, where the national government will put in their money and counties will be able to borrow at minimal, extremely minimal interest. Because now we are delaying to send money to the counties. So what do counties do? They go to commercial bank. They are given loans at higher interest, and they end up now paying even more. That end up even affecting their budgets, Madam Speaker. So in fact, I want to recommend that one of the things the Finance Committee should do is to try and carry out a research to find out how much are counties paying in terms of interest arising from late disbursement of funds. And Madam Speaker, you will discover is billions of money, Madam Speaker. And this is also another source of corruption, Madam Speaker. Because now, county officials...
Senator Osotsi, the chair has now changed to Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, my good friend, I have seen.
Thank you.
Sorry for that. So, Mr. Speaker, this is also another source of corruption, because county officials are colluding with bank officials so that they can get some kickbacks by getting loans from commercial banks at a higher interest. So a solution needs to be found so that we can get to the bottom of this matter, because as I said earlier, this is the real source of cancer affecting devolution in this country. Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sorry. Mr. Speaker, we have this problem of delayed disbursement in our counties. But we don't have the similar problem in national government. You will never hear that salaries in national government have been delayed. They are always paid on time, Mr. Speaker. But our counties, people are running several months without pay. They are running several months without pay. And these same people are the ones entrusted to collect ONSO's revenue. So what are they going to do? They will simply collect the ONSO's revenue and pay themselves, waiting for the salary to come. And that's why we're having a problem with ONSO's revenue management in our counties, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, we want to ask the Treasury, if this House of Parliament can pass a disbursement schedule and you take it, you put it aside like a piece of paper. Some junior officer there who manages exchequer is more powerful than this house, that we can pass such an important motion and then nothing happens. I know recently, Mr. Speaker, we passed a disbursement schedule on additional allocation, which contained 80% were donor funds. As we speak now, that money has not been disbursed to counties. And yet it's donor money. So what happens there, Mr. Speaker? That even donor money that has already been remitted to national government is never disbursed to the counties. It is delayed because that money is put in other things, Mr. Speaker. It's put in other things, and our counties are suffering. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, I want to agree with Senator Wambua proposal that we don't need national treasury. We need treasury, Kenyan treasury, that is going to serve both the national government and the county government. We need a full department in treasury that is going to deal with the county governments. And not what is there now, Mr. Speaker. Because the national treasury is working at the whims of the executive, the national government, and they don't care about county governments. Something has to be done. And maybe we need a law to be brought to this house to be very clear on how the national treasury is going to be organized, so that the treasury is not going to serve the interest of national executive. It is going to serve the interest of two levels of government. Mr. Speaker, I also wanted to demonstrate the effect, the spiral effect of late disbursement of funds. What happens? We are going to pass this disbursement schedule. They will sit on it for the next 1 month, and then they will disburse money for July. And then after that, that money now, counties accessing it, they have now to come to COB. COB now will take another 1 month. And then now when it goes to the counties, of course there is other delays there. The county assembly will even suffer more, because now the county assembly has to get their money through the county executive. And that's why we are saying that law that we passed in this house, the financial autonomy of county assembly, must now be implemented immediately, because the president has already signed it into law. Why is it not being implemented, Mr. Speaker? We want to see a scenario where this late disbursement of funds does not continue affecting the oversight in our counties. Because these spiral delays, it is also affecting the level of quality of oversight in our counties, because the MCAs don't get their money in time. MCAs are not paid in time, just like county officials. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that the committees of finance, the committees of devolution, I think they need to look at these bottlenecks in devolution very seriously. And my understanding is that all the problems of devolution starts here, including pending bills. Our good friend here, Senator Ledama, came up with a very good motion here on pending bills. We passed this, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, nothing has been done, Mr. Speaker. Nothing has been done. We gave recommendations to COB. We gave recommendations to the counties. They have ignored those recommendations, and the pending bills are piling in our counties. Mr. Speaker, why are we here for, if the things that we pass in this house are never implemented by relevant organization? And I think it's a high time, we have said it many times here, Mr. Speaker, that is a high time institutions like COB are called to appear in the committee of the whole house so that we question them on these issues. Even EACC should be called and appear here. What they are doing in our counties, it is a mess. They come, they raid the county offices, carry files away, and then now they will stay for years with those files. When the county executive appears in the oversight committees of Park and Peak, they come and say we don't have documents. Why? They were taken away by EACC. And this is a mess. It is affecting devolution in many ways. So, Mr. Speaker, I think we need to put more focus around this issue of disbursement of funds. And most importantly, we must get an explanation why money that is already given to government is being delayed to come to us. Money that is given by donors under additional allocation. Why would it take long to be taken to counties, and yet the money has already been reflected in government books? Mr. Speaker, that money should be taken to counties. Yesterday in my committee, we were looking at FLOCA, climate change funds, for Vihiga County. And one of the things that we faced was late disbursement of funds from National Treasury. Why would we have late disbursement of funds for donor-funded money? The money should just be available. In fact, they should transfer the money in whole to the counties, not even on monthly basis. They should transfer the money in one tranche to the counties. Mr. Speaker, something has to be done around the issue of disbursement of funds, and it is in our hands as a Senate, the relevant committees of finance and devolution. They need to up their game. And I believe that if they did something, then we will stop this crybaby kind of thing that we go through every year when we are passing this schedule, and become real protectors of devolution in this country. Mr. Speaker, for those many remarks, I support.
I'll call upon Senator Okoye.